I wanted to share some thoughts on the TV series The Good Place. So The Good Place aired on NBC. The first season began in 2016, and they just wrapped up the fourth season, which was the series, the last season. We watched the series finale. It's over, and I really liked the idea of it was really a popular show, and they didn't just keep going. It had an end, and so I really appreciated that. Anyway, I digress. It stars Kristen Bell, Ted Danson, among others. And basically, the quick concept of the show, without any spoilers, is that it follows four human beings who end up in the afterlife, and it kind of goes, continues on through that. There is a problem or an issue that needs to be resolved, and so that's what the show is. Kelsey, my husband, and I really enjoyed, we watched every episode, and we would be excited about getting The Good Place aired, and now we get to watch it. We really enjoyed. It was a good show. We liked it, and basically, what I really liked about it was this idea of somebody putting forth a possibility for the afterlife. And myself personally, I come from a Judeo-Christian culture. I myself am a practicing Catholic. There were lots of things about this possibility for an afterlife that they don't mesh with my Catholic faith. It doesn't, I was oh, well, that doesn't work for this reason, or this doesn't work, because as a human being, we take new things and we process them and filter them through our own worldview. And so I definitely found myself doing that. But the great thing about the show is that they presented this afterlife without any judgment. It didn't seem like it was there to tear down anybody else's religion. It was just hey, here I am. The story makeup is that the writer was hey, this is a possibility for an afterlife, and I want to entertain people, and I want to make people laugh, and maybe make them think a little bit, and I want to put good things back out into the world, and I don't need to tear down other people to do that. And I really, really appreciated that. Even people from my own faith community really struggle with not tearing other people down. So I found it refreshing to watch this show, and it was just good. I didn't feel like I was, my religion was being attacked. I didn't feel like anybody else's religion was being attacked, because honestly, I don't think that it was. They just put forth a really creative idea, and it was great. And having four human beings in the afterlife and seeing how they navigate the different things that happen, I thought was a great setting for this TV screen, for seeing building relationships between people, for comedy, and it was cast really well. Everybody did an excellent job with what they did. So I definitely, and I'm not giving away any spoilers, no spoilers in this, but I just want to say that those are the things that I liked about it. Seasons 1 and 2, absolutely fantastic. So excited to when it was, we watch it through Hulu, and so we'd watch it on demand. So when we were ready, knowing that it came out and it was ready, oh, where are we? Oh, Good Place is on, we can watch it, being excited about it. So that happened through seasons 1 and 2, and it was just packed full of stuff. I thought by season 3, it started to feel a little there wasn't as much in each episode. And then season 4, really kind of I felt like it dragged it out. I wasn't as excited to come home and see it anymore. I did appreciate where they ended up and how they resolved things. on the TV show. I just don't think that it needed 4 seasons. Like, it felt like we could have backed some of that up, probably cut it down to 3 and had what happened in 3 maybe take half the time, and then what happened in 4 take the other half of that season. But it definitely felt like there's not much here. Like, it just felt kind of empty. And I started noticing in the show that the characters would like say something to move the story along, but there wasn't really like a reason for it. It was just like, well, we need the story to move in this way, so now this character is going to be like, hey, let's do this, and then we go to point B. Like, yeah, I felt like I could feel that in the show, and it made, the show less, it took away from the depth, even the characters with each other there seemed to be a little less depth, especially like amongst the 4 characters that were the human beings. So I guess that's all I have to say. Those are my thoughts on The Good Place. I do think it's really good, and man, I thought it was like out of the park, like when I first started watching it, like just fresh, original, unique content. Like, it's fantastic.